Hey everyone, welcome back to Basic Level Gaming. I'm glad to have you back. And hopefully you saw on my other videos that I was going to have an announcement video today. But if you happen to just stumble across us, that's great as well. Welcome. We are going to be starting a new project. It's something that I am very passionate about. I enjoyed it very, very much when I was a kid. I moved around a lot and went from school to school when I was young. And in fourth grade, I got to join a chess club with the school that I was in. And it was something that challenged me right off the bat. I was an only child, so I didn't have a lot of people to play games with, things like that. My mom was always busy with work and things, so it was the first time that I really got challenged on a strategic level, and I just really took off with it. It was something that I very much enjoyed. I played in tournaments, things like that. But I didn't get to stay in that school very long. My mom moved again, and I ended up having to go to a different school where they did not have a chess club. So, with not really having anywhere to play, this was really before you could have a lot of access to the internet. It really didn't exist much at all at that point. I mean, after that, a little while later, they had like the bulletin board systems, things like that, which had some very basic low-end versions of chess, but the computer was not challenging at all, just really bad AI at the time. So I just kind of lost it. I didn't play it at all, so I never kept developing, things like that. Life got busy as an adult, so I've never picked it back up. But I would always watch movies like, Searching for Bobby Fischer, things like that I just really enjoyed. And recently, my wife and I watched the Queens Gambit series on Netflix, and I really liked the series, but it wasn't even about that for me. Just seeing the chess and hearing it talked about in a very competitive way just really sparked that passion back up for me. So I've been doing a lot of studying lately, picking things back up. I really kind of went back to the very, very basics because it's been so long since I've played. And I plan to get really active in playing online. There's a local club here that once everything's back to normal and the restrictions are off, that I can go play there, and they have little tournaments and also are aware and in the loop as far as other tournaments in the state and things like that. So I do plan to get very, very active. But I thought about when I was going through the beginning stuff, it was easy for me to understand because I kind of remembered it from before. But it's not always done in a way that would make sense to just anybody that would pick it up. So I wanted to go through and make a series teaching chess on a very basic level to start out with, trying to take away that aspect of you kind of have to already know something to learn something, which is kind of how it feels watching videos or looking at different books and things like that. So we'll go through that. We'll eventually end up in the more advanced topics and things like that, learning the actual book openings. In the show they talk a lot about like the Sicilian, and there's of course everybody at the beginning when you learn about chess, you learn about what's called the 4-move checkmate. Well, it's really called the scholar's mate. And just kind of talking about more of those kind of details eventually down the road. So definitely hope you'll stick with us, go through all of this with us, learn. Hopefully it'll spark some passion for you, give you a place that you can really express that intellectual challenging aspect of yourself, and just kind of go from there. And I'm working with some sponsor or trying to work on some sponsorships with a couple of the major online resources to see if I can get some access to like some of the stills and things like that, be able to post game states and things like that. If I'm not able to do that though, I have a board here and I'll take my own pictures. We'll set up the board. We'll really get into detail with it. So I don't know exactly what form it's going to take or anything like that, but we'll get there. And I'm going to start my first video will be on Tuesday. And that's going to talk a lot about just like the very, very basics, like how the board is set up, talking about each individual piece and how they work, not even really talking about how to get them together and things like that anymore, or yet. I'm just going into the details of the pieces and things that you need to know before you can even make a single move, So hopefully you'll join us then. Definitely hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss our updates. Again, we're going to do this on every Tuesday and Thursday. And, keep chugging along and we'll get eventually into hopefully where we're all playing competitively and enjoying it. And go from there. And if you do have any kind of questions, ideas, concepts you're specifically needing to know, maybe you know a little bit about chess and you have specific questions, by all means leave those in the comments down below. I will definitely read them and respond, and if it's something I can do in a video, it may be a little bit until we get there. It may not be something we'll do right away, but we will get there. And later on we'll try to do like some Q&A style videos as well, maybe some live streams, things like that once we get through just the real basics. So definitely appreciate you being here, and we will see you on Tuesday, and have a great day.